What is cracking, guys? JP here again, bringing you another update of my 90-gallon reef tank build. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my success and failures over the past week. Alright, so let's talk with the failures first, get the hard part out. So, as you remember, I did my test coral last week or so, and I used to have a red Monty here. Well, guess what? I underestimated the power of male halides. Oh my god, they were so strong. So I went to Reef, and a lot of people, they say start at 1 hour or 4 hours and add window screening, to acclimate your corals, especially if you are coming from LED. And my LED are pretty dim, my water is very brown, so there was not a lot of power. Well, my when I added my coral in, the water was very clear. The light was super bright. The male halide is 250 watts, and most people, they always say put your corals in the bottom or the sand to acclimate it. Well, I did the opposite. I put it right dead center, and guess what? I bleached it. Almost killed all of it. I did save a couple little pieces here. So as you can see, there's a white spot right there. That is dead coral. And there's a red area right here. And that is the red cap. Red Monty cap. That's still okay. Good thing is, it's just a Monty. It's not like a very expensive SPS that I bought for like hundreds of dollars. This is my grown coral. I used to grow this very easily and very fast and just throw them in a bucket because I don't know where to put them. And I also need more room in my aquarium in my 40-gallon. That's why I put them in. My chemistry, I keep testing every day. Alkalinity was everything, like I said, everything was spot on, like my 40-gallon, so it wasn't my chemistry because of the light was so strong. So now, currently, I am running my male halide only for 1 hour per day instead of 4 hours. And looks like that seemed to help stop the bleaching event of new corals. Except for the zoanthids that seem to like the higher par. But so yeah, this is the Monty that's bleached out. Good thing is, like I said, they did not cost me anything. No extra money. It's just a test coral. Lesson learned, right? Green Digi is doing pretty good. Sunset is a little bit bleached, but I can see some polyps, so that's good. I'll leave them in. My Euphilia, it's still acclimating, but looks like it's doing just fine. It's a little bit pulled in because of the intense light in the past week, but like I said, I have slowly put them in a shade now. They used to be here dead center here too, so yeah, crazy. I'm crazy, right? Lesson learned. Well, at least there's no money wasted for this. Alright, let's get on to the next mistake. I did add, remember, the new GCFI outlet professionally. The problem is, it keeps tripping. I don't know, I went to Reef, and a lot of people are saying that their male halides are tripping their GCFI. So I put them in a separate plugin. So this is a surge protector that's on a separate line. It goes to the back to the old line, and then the rest of the equipment, my pumps, my heaters, skimmer, goes to the 20 amp new outlet there. So I'm not sure what's going on. These are new ballast, the new LED, a new male halide bulb, new outlet, so I'm not sure what's going on. So yeah. Alright, well done with the failures. We'll move on to the success. I successfully added my blue-green chromis over the past week or so. What I did is I went to my 40-gallon during nighttime, like about 12 p.m. The lights are off for an hour or so. I went in there, moved a lot of rocks and corals, and got my net and net them in. Easy to catch if you have a smaller aquarium to find a fish. Now I'm gonna leave my royal grandma in my 40 gallon to keep the bacteria, rolling, and I don't want to add any aggressive fish yet. I'm not there yet. Everybody is very, very happy. Firefish are happy too. So yeah, everybody's selling in. They're liking the bigger space. Coral success. My zoas are very happy. They are extending to the rock. Palitoa is happy. Like I said, it's extending to the rock. You can see the foot right there. That's starting to spread on the smaller rock there. So yeah, that's good. All right. Another success is I don't have any ammonia, especially with the new fish, and I'm getting some diatom blooms. That's a good sign. I'm starting to get some green spot algae on the rock, so that's a good sign. No hair algae yet, so that's good. For the glass though, I had to scrape about every 3 days with a magnet scraper. The flipper float max. So yeah, pretty good. And then I just take my toothbrush to scrub the overflow. Alright, let's move on to the next part. I successfully added an inline intake that's sucking air from the outside. So the skimmer is giving fresh air from the outside. My pH before was 7.6 to 7.7 before the skimmer. Now, with the skimmer pulling air from the outside, is hitting about 7.9 to 8. So that's a good plus to me. Like I said, I have my old 40 gallon rock here to help with the bacteria. My shipment from eBay, this is the aquarium foam, 2 inches, and to just stop any stuff going into the return pump and silent the sump a little bit. So that's good. All right. So let's move on to the skimmer airline. So there's a barb right there. There's my clear tube, goes to the back. That's a 3/4 inch PVC, goes there, goes to the back of the 40 gallon, and goes through a wall back there. And let's go around, and it just goes to the back of the basement here, goes above and into the hole where the AC or area is. And yeah, pretty nice. I did not have to drill any holes or any extra holes, so that's good. Alright, next success is I successfully set up my quarantine system. So like I said, I'm not gonna add any royal grandma yet because my plan is I'm gonna get a couple cleaner shrimp and maybe a fire shrimp, and maybe a lot of snails and hermit crab in the bottom for quarantine. Above, I'm gonna get maybe 8 blue-green chromis, more of them, to make a school on my 90 gallon. The problem is, I'm still waiting for my LFS. I told them to order it, and it might arrive this Friday or next Friday, so we'll see. The good thing is, this sponge has been in my 40 gallon breeder for a good 5 or 6 months, and as you can see, there's some sponges growing. There is a bunch of brown areas and bristleworms and all the good stuff. So yeah, this is basically a cycled quarantine instantly. And yeah, and that's nice, so that when I got my fish, quarantine for 3 months. Down here too, the same way. I got some media back in my filter and seeded it with some gunk and bristleworms. So yeah, pretty good. I got my Nano Cube 28 set up. This is just soaking in fresh water. My friend gave this to me for free. This is going to be my coral quarantine in the future. So yeah, it's gonna be there slowly. It's kind of weird how it distorts the the viewing. If you look at the front, it's like it goes inward, so yeah, or outward that way. Weird. All right. Well, that is it for my update, guys. For the 90 and the quarantine. My 40 update. It looks kinda crazy. Diatom and hair algae everywhere. It's not bryopsis or dino though, so that's a good sign. I have not cleaned the glass. So yeah, I definitely needed to move my Monty in my 90-gallon because the Monty used to be over here. It's like my hand size, good 8-inch across, and it was taking a lot of space. So I needed more space for my torches and my euphyllias. So yeah, it's just a Monty. They'll grow quick. And then, like I said, there's the fragments right there I saved up. Our grandma's pretty happy that they're only there alone now. And here's some sponges. I am seeding them for the future quarantine. So yeah, and my royal grandma stays in one of these holes in here. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a long journey, you know. Lesson learned with the new system. But hey, at least it didn't cost anything money, right? And it's just a Monty, so pretty good. All right. So that is it for the update. It's kind of long today. There's a lot of to cover things, but hey, at least it's all updated, right? My plan in the future for this is, like I said, I'm gonna have some easy SPS like Montipora, some Digi, some Stylopora, some Posilopora, and maybe an acro like a staghorn right here, so that the blue-green chromis can hide in them. And then I'll keep my fish like small, so that my aquarium will look big in camera. And I have a bunch of small fish. Maybe I'll get like one small tang, maybe, I'll see. And or just get a bunch of urchin and snails and crabs. So we'll see. And then down here, I'm always planning to get like just rock, and then above it I have my algae scrubber that's sitting on the rim. Well, we'll see. I don't know yet. And then for the skimmer, I don't know, maybe use one of those reactor and then have an external, I don't know, collection cup, and then have that float valve in the collection cup. I'll see. So yeah. Well, I hope you like my little update, guys. Thanks for watching. I definitely learned a lot, and don't underestimate the male halides. But hey, didn't cost anything, right? So, alright, well, thanks for watching, guys, and happy reef keeping. Adios.